Let's not post articles like this or write articles that says that AI on its own is boosting students' reading success. That is an absolute absurd claim, and it is ridiculous. Artificial intelligence is one of the most controversial subjects in the field of education these days. And what I find most troubling are those who go out of their way to make claims about the usefulness of AI in education without actually having data to support what they're saying. That is something that I found in this article we're going to look at. The headline reads, Tulsa School's AI teaching tool boosts reading success amid state education challenges. This is on ktul.com, posted on January 31st, 2025. Before we get into this article, I do want to ask that you please like this video, hit that subscribe button, and hit the notification bell because I don't want you to miss out on any of the content I've got here on Classroom Camp. Stay with us. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, and I know that with your support, we can get there. So, once again, the headline says, Tulsa School's AI teaching tool boosts reading success amid state education challenges. And as a teacher who is currently in a literacy classroom using a platform called Lexia PowerUp to try and achieve the same result, try and boost students' reading skills, get them up to 7th grade or beyond level, I see this headline and I say, okay, so first of all, what is this AI teaching tool that they're using? And how is it boosting reading success? What is the data saying? And what are the challenges that Tulsa schools or Oklahoma in general are facing? Looking at the article, it says, after almost 2 years of Tulsa Public Schools leadership trying to turn the district around after threats of a state takeover due to failing grades, schools, and financial mishaps, State Superintendent Ryan Walters is using TPS success as an example for the state. All right. It says, meet Amira. She's the artificial intelligence teacher in some students' classrooms at TPS, specifically at Carnegie Elementary. Amira Learning is helping students read better. So, like I said, at the school that I'm currently serving at, we use Lexia PowerUp, which in some ways is AI because it delivers lessons to students. As students go through, they progress through this program, and it provides data to teachers, and it doesn't allow students to progress until they have mastered the content. And sometimes us as teachers, we have to pull students for small groups to help them with specific skills that the program may not be able to help them with. And we put them back on the program and see if they can continue through the program, so on and so forth. So I don't have experience with Amira, but it tells us here in this article that with just 10 minutes a day, TPS Superintendent Dr. Ebony Johnson said they're seeing improvements, something Walters witnessed for himself at Carnegie Thursday morning. The claim here is that they're seeing improvements. So let's see what those improvements are. If you scroll down here, it says, here's how Amira works. It's a tool that allows you to intervene in real time within a week and helps get kids caught up if they've gotten off track. It's data teachers and parents can see daily and not wait for test scores once a year. Similarly, the program we use, Lexia, as students work through the program, it tracks how many units they complete of learning, how many minutes they spend in the program, and it just kind of tracks their progress through the program. This doesn't necessarily mean that their reading has improved. It just means that they are learning some individual skills as they go through the program. And what it sounds like is Amira is very similar in that students work through it and it provides some data in real time that us teachers can use to inform instruction. Here is the main paragraph that I would like to focus on. It says, the district said last week that 87% of students within the district used the program. 68% met the threshold of 40 minutes or 4 stories a week. Versus this time last year, 48% of students used the program and only 32% met the goals. So that is the data. And let me just recap this for you. It's saying that last year, less than 50%, 48% of students used the program, and only 32% of those students met their goals. Okay? The goal is time usage. Time. It is how much time students use or spend using the program. As stated in the previous sentence, where it says that this last week, 87% of students used the program and 68% met the threshold of 40 minutes or 4 stories a week. So this data isn't saying anything about students' reading ability or their success as readers. All it is saying is that students are meeting their time goal. That is something that is very easy for students to do. Speaking from my experience, students can spend 40 minutes in the program that we use and not make any progress in the program at all. And even if they do use the program for that amount of time and they do make some progress, that doesn't necessarily transfer. The skills they learn don't necessarily transfer to, let's say, a standardized test or generalized reading ability across content areas. It doesn't necessarily mean that they're better reading a science text or a history text or anything like that. Spending 40 minutes in the program, so sure, that's their goal. But does that actually mean that they are improving their reading ability? You have to use a different type of assessment to see if it is actually working. Let's continue on in this story. So it says, since Johnson took the job as superintendent and worked and the workload of improving reading scores within the district, she's been an advocate of Amira. TPS is the example for the state in the way they've used Amira to ensure kids are learning on grade level. Again, this is an erroneous claim that Amira is making sure that students are reading on grade level. It also says that despite the success Johnson describes according to the National Assessment of Education Progress, Oklahoma students are still performing near the bottom of the list nationally with minimal improvement since the 2022 assessment. Not much has changed. It says, we had a national test score come out earlier in the week that showed our urban city schools dramatically improved. They nearly increased 20 ranking points in the testing models, so we are seeing dramatic improvements in our big city schools. Where are these points specifically? That's my question. The national test score, the way that I see it, isn't necessarily tied to reading. Is this tied to math? What subject area is it tied to? These are my questions. So once again, the reason I'm talking about this is because we can't just make assumptions and try to piece things together like has been done in this article, or misuse data to paint the narrative that we want, because this AI teaching school All we know is that students are meeting their time goal. Students are using the program more, and to say that that is the cause that is leading to this increase in 20 points on a national test model does not necessarily mean there's not a connection there. There's no cause and effect. There could be any number of factors that have led to that 20 point increase. It could be different teachers, could be a different student, a group of students, a number of things. So I would like to see more. This headline and what is the claims that are being made are quite ambitious. There's not enough information for us to really make a determination as to whether this AI is useful. And I can tell you from firsthand experience as a teacher that has students who use these kinds of programs that it honestly, so this is a little bit of a rant. I have leaders, administration, people at the school. In the class that I use, I call it a literacy classroom. And that's what I was hired as a literacy teacher. And the program that a lot of teachers and that we use is called Lexia Power Up. My students don't use the program all the time. They use it quite a bit, but not all the time. And one thing that I cringe at, and it happens all the time, is when people call us, or people refer to me as a Lexia teacher. I'm not a Lexia teacher. I'm a literacy teacher. Lexia is a platform. It is a tool that I use to help my students improve their reading. But see, Lexia does not take in or encompass all of the work that I put in giving mini lessons to students, differentiating instruction on a daily basis, looking at having them do writing assignments, taking that and then teaching them the writing skills that they need. It does not factor in the small group reading activities that I do with students. It leaves out so much. There is so much that goes on in my classroom. And I believe that if I just put students in the Lexia platform all week and just had them meet their goals, that's not going to equal reading success. It's not going to, as this article says, boost students' reading success. I think what it comes down to is the program overall. Sure, AI might be useful in some cases, but let's not post articles like this or write articles that says that AI on its own is boosting students' reading success. That is an absolute absurd claim, and it is ridiculous to say that. Just a rant for you there. I don't buy into it, but despite my thoughts on this, I would love to hear what you have to say. So make sure that you leave your comments down in the comment section below. Do you have experience with AI and its application to help boost students' reading success? Let me know. What do you think about AI in general in education? Let me know down in the comment section. But either way, please make sure that you like this video, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell. You don't want to miss out on any of the news stories, reviews, other content from Classroom Camp. Once again, thank you for watching, and that's all I have for you. See you next time.